What's up guys, this is ScherBR talking, welcome back to my channel. On today's video, I'll be talking about the SSS weapon upgrade and which weapons you should be upgrading first. Well, for those that do not know, we have now the option to upgrade weapons from SS to SSS Rarity. Most weapons had around 45 weapon power, and now when you upgrade them to SSS, they become 65 weapon power, increasing the skill damage and spell damage as well. Now, all weapons will have the same weapon power. In the past, some weapons had different weapon power. You can see here, for example, the bow, wave note, used to have 44. Now, when you upgrade, it becomes 65. The only exception is when a weapon has double element. For example, Joe's staff will stop with 64 weapon power. Besides this, all weapons will be balanced on 65. Now, when this system was added in the 3.5 update, you could only upgrade old SS weapons into SSS Rarity, and just a few of them, but they will slowly be giving you more options, both new weapons and old weapons. You have to decide upon which weapons you want to upgrade first, because the currency is limited. You can see here, required materials, it will use 3000 of the Celestial Crystal. And there are multiple ways to get the Celestial Crystal. The first 3000 that you can get is via home screen missions. You see here on the top, start dash missions have 3 different steps, and on the last step you get 3000 of the materials, and you will be able to upgrade your first weapon. And the first weapon will be easy for most people if they pull it on the 3.5 anniversary banners. And I would say Joe's staff is a very good one. Why? Because it has double element. Joe, as a character, is very strong, not just damage, she also offers support. You can also use this for Elicit, because she also uses water spells for lightning damage, or even for ScherBR, characters that are in the meta right now. So, if you want, you can use the on-screen missions to do Joe's staff. I would recommend. But let's talk about the free weapons that you get as well. On the start of the celebrations, we got the Blue Saber, a free Great Sword weapon. We also got the SSS Storyteller Bow via free quest treasure chest. And you can also find the Club Dragonhead Warhammer via the hidden quest in free quests. Now, you will always get a new SSS weapon in each new book on free quest. We'll be getting those updates monthly. That means that every new month you get 2 new weapons for free. Now, free quests, we have right now December with recent records. The next month we'll have a second book, and so on. So the next weapon is here. You can see on the left will be a small sword and then a M-Arts. On the third month, third book, you'll be able to get a spear and a gun, while also a water sword for free via login. And then you can see the remaining ones on the left. And I'll be saying, because it's important to understand which types of weapon you get for free to decide upon your upgrades, because after you do the Star Dash missions, you will have to get the material via request system. I believe that the first one you'll be able to get is via treasure chest. Here you can see that on the second step, you can get as much as 3000 Celestial Crystals by the gold chest. That is enough to give you 1 free upgrade. And now, the next weapon that you can make will be via acquiring Celestial Crystals via stage level up. In this stage here, you can get your last big reward on level 50. You get 100 Celestial Crystals, and each stage will give you that amount either on level 50 or on level 60. We have 24 pages, we have events, we have 2 hidden pages. When you consider everything, you have enough for 1 extra upgrade. Now, the third upgrade came via co-op missions and also home screen missions during this month. Look, the second part are giving us the co-op missions round 1, and here on co-op you can see that you get as much as 1.5 thousand Celestial Crystals, and in the home screen missions here round 2 you can get the other 1.5 thousand. enough to make your upgrade. This will be the basis for the future. You will get around 3 to 4 upgrades if you play the game enough, and that is to reach level 50 or 60 on stage level and farming events and opening treasure chests. Now, with this in mind, we should decide which weapons we will upgrade. I did the Polka weapon because I got Polka, and even with the penalty on STR, because the Phoenix Flame is actually an intelligence-based weapon, I can still use this with Mirza if I want to, or any other sword user, so it's a double investment for me. But if I didn't have Polka, I would not make this weapon. The other weapon I did was a gun for Leon, because Leon is now much stronger due to his newest style, and even though we are going to get a gun 2 months from now, I know that I want my Leon to get stronger now, to be able to clear content faster. So I upgraded Leon's weapon. But some people may prefer to upgrade a spear because their Merlot Syrah may not be strong enough. But mine is. I am soloing Merlot Syrah easily. But it's okay to upgrade the Smog even if we are getting a spear 2 months from now, because you may want your Merlot Syrah to be on full potential. But I suggest you to do so only if you feel like your character is not strong enough. I do not recommend upgrading Liz bow, because Liz, with her newest style, is now a support unit. She's not made for damage anymore, and even when you want her to do damage, you can farm a double S weapon in free quest or forge one. That will be more than enough. Besides Liz bow, I do not recommend going for club because we got one for free. I do not recommend going for the X because we'll get 2 for free, even if in the far future. Unless you are a real fan of Ellen and you have her latest 2 styles to make the perfect build. I know we have many fans on Discord. I also don't fully recommend going for Barthelemy's weapon because he's the only one that fully benefits from this. And unless you have the rapier version of Acelus, well, Anya does not really want to use this type of weapon because she's a hybrid. So next month we have a small sword as well, reducing the need to make one right now. I will also not recommend going for the Fiendish Shadows weapon because this one is intelligence based, although it does have 6 points of STR. If you want to make a sword for a real damage dealer that is not Ludwig, you are better off using the Kanshin because this one has no penalty and it's fully based on STR. Since we're going to get a water sword in the future, that one will probably have intelligence points as well. So I believe it's better to just skip this one entirely unless you are a Ludwig fan. So I'm torn between 2 weapons for my 4th decision. Either the M-Arts, that will be very good for Creator, for example, but next month we are going to get an M-Arts as well. But there's just so many good M-Arts users that you could still go for this. And if you get Aslana Melek, you can use her together with Creator, for example. So you may need 3 SSS weapons. And if you summon it for Aslana Melek, you may still want to have 2 SSS M-Arts weapons in your inventory. Or if you got the latest Eagle Maul, and if you have Bunny Rock, it's also very nice to go for the Evil Cane, but as a last option, because they become much stronger when using this weapon since they chase many times during the fight. Well, these are my opinions. I will probably make an M-Arts weapon as my 4th one, but you can always leave 3000 Celestial Crystals in the inventory and wait for when they release a new banner. Sometimes they will release a new weapon that can be upgraded into SSS, and it will be related to a banner style. So it's always good to have Celestial Crystals available in order to improve the performance of a new style. But with all that said, this is my opinion. Please say here in the comment section the weapons that you already made and the order, and I hope to see you soon in the next video or live stream. Bye!